Ashley, thank you so much. All right, Coach, nuts and bolts to get started here. Jeremy Lamb's missed the last couple of games. What's his status now?
Well, he's going to warm up right now, give it a go, see what he looks like. We'll make a game time decision here. Looked good this morning shoot around. Nice to have him back tonight. We missed him.
You said you missed him. What are some of the things that you found lacking without Jeremy out there?
He's been that secondary scorer for us. You know, when we've gone dry last 10 games, he's been the guy to pick up the slack offensively. You know, 18 points. I think last 5 games he's been out there. Those are big numbers for us. So we've missed Zeller a tremendous amount, but we've missed Lamb just as much. You know, a lot of his scoring punch. Done a nice job away from Kemba, off the ball, creating for us. Not just his scoring, but his playmaking, his passing to the big guys. So it'd be nice to get him back in the lineup.
One guy leaves, another guy gets a chance for an opportunity. That guy's been Devontae Graham. What have you learned about Devontae over the last handful of games?
Well, he's more than capable of handling, you know, starting minutes, backup minutes, whatever that is. He's going to be ready. Put him on the best players at times defensively. He's guarded the best team, the best player a lot of times out there. We're comfortable with him defensively, offensively. He makes the right play most times than not. He's in the right place most times than not defensively. So we trust him, we believe in him, we think he's only going to get better from here.
This is our first look at the LA Clippers. Your thoughts on what you've seen of them so far?
Well, very good team, very deep team. This team is well balanced. They have a starting unit that can score, that can play, then they bring in basically 2 starters off the bench. You know, so we can't relax tonight. You know, they're starters, they're bench, they're coming in with firepower. We got to play for 48 minutes on both sides of the ball.
You've been in the NBA for close to 2 decades. The entire time you've been in the NBA, Doc Rivers has been a coach someplace. When you think of a Doc Rivers coach team, what do you think about?
They got an edge to them. They got a real spirit about them. They play hard, physical basketball. And he really maximizes his talent, whether that's on the defensive end, the offensive end. Most of his rosters, he maximizes that group. So we got to match that physicality tonight, that edge tonight. That's a big priority tonight. We can't foul. A lot of these teams are very aggressive to the free throw line, getting to the rim. We got to be aggressive ourselves, but not foul. So we got to be smart too.
All right, maybe that was it, but I'm curious. If there was one stat that I wanted to follow along that would be indicative of how well you guys are playing, what would that stat
Well,
be?
one of them is that not fouling. We got to keep them off the free throw line tonight. The second one is game rebound. We cannot give them second chance points. Shot goes up, they're very active on the board. They may not get as many as we've seen over the last couple of teams we played, but this is a very active group on the board. So we got a game rebound, all 5 guys.
Coach, thank you for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's the head honcho, James Borrego. Ashley, thank you. Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Now only one good-looking guy in the picture.
We'll see you on the short.
James, has this been a tough place to play? I see the Hornets have lost the last 8 weeks, I think, on the road.
Is that right?
I think so.
That's not good information to me. I don't like that.
Is it
I don't
tough
like that
matchups?
stat.
What is it about the Clippers?
It's a tough place to play. No matter what team I've been on, San Antonio, Orlando, New Orleans, this is a tough place to play. You know, whether we're playing the Lakers, the Clippers, this building is, you got to come in focused and ready. But, you know, overall, this is a tough matchup. You know, you can see it, the physicality of their team, their ability to score in the paint at the free throw line. Our group's got to be more physical than maybe we've been in the past against this group.
Jeremy is good to go tonight. Would he start and have any sort of minutes limit or anything like
Jeremy plays tonight, he will start. And then I'll figure out his minutes as we go.
What concerns you most about this Clippers squad?
Well, I think I mentioned it earlier, it's just the physicality tonight. I think that the number one thing, they got to feel us. If we come out here and let them just run their offense, get to the rim, get to the board, get to the free throw line, that's going to be in their favor. It's going to be a long night for us. So we got to bring an edge of physicality tonight. That's the number one priority. Keeping them off the free throw line. If they're getting to the line, scoring easy points at the free throw line, that's going to be tough because then that's going to allow their defense to get set. The way we got to score tonight is in transition. You know, if they got their defense set, they're a pretty good defense. But if we can get out, get some open looks in transition, that's going to help us. But to do that, you got to get stops.
Are there areas where you'd like to see Malik grow to the second half of the season? Specific areas that you want to see improve or focus on?
Well, we've been focusing a lot on the defensive end right now. And I think he's grown in that area. The last 2 weeks, he's been solid. He understands his assignment. He's given us great effort on that end. He just got to be more consistent on the defensive end, and we're seeing that growth. I think the last 2 weeks he's proven he's more than capable of handling those defensive assignments. So the defensive end is the number one priority right now. offensively just making good decisions. You know, he's an explosive scorer. You know, he's someone like, we don't have anything else like him on our roster that can go score in bunches like he can from all over the floor. Kemba does it for us as well, but Malik has the ability to come in and go, you know, 4 for 4, 5 for 5 right out the gate. So we need that from him. We like that about him, and he's becoming a better playmaker as well. He's looking for his teammates. We got to see him grow in that area as well.
Has being around Tony had an effect on him in any ways that you can see? Or,
I think so. I think that second unit, and they play a lot together. I think Tony's like, you know, big brother out there getting him settled down. You know, a lot of times Malik feels like our wild stallion out there, and you know, Tony's out there trying to keep him calm down, and he's done a great job of settling him down, making sure he understands what he needs to look for out there on the court. So I think they've been a good match so far.
When Jeremy was out, what did you guys miss most about him? What you said?
Well, you know, the secondary scoring. Obviously, most teams every night are going to focus on Kemba Walker. Clippers are going to do the same thing tonight. You know, they're going to put 2 bodies around him. But you know, when that happens, we got to have a secondary scorer, someone to put pressure on the basket. And Lamb's done that for us. Even when we've taken Kemba out of games, Lamb's been the guy that has sustained us offensively. So that's the biggest thing, and just his playmaking as well. You know, he's looking for other guys, creating offense for us. So it'd be nice to get him back tonight.
He's also made some big shots for you guys as well. How much did you miss that? His ability to come out there and change things offensively?
Well, he looks more and more comfortable in the fourth quarter. You know, so between Tony, Kemba, and Lamb, we've been much more comfortable in fourth quarter situations, which has been a struggle for this team. Now Lamb's coming back. He's a threat. He's very comfortable in that moment, in that stretch. So we're going to need him, especially in fourth quarters.
You had Harris in Orlando for a few years. What has he done the last couple of years to kind of put him on the edge of being an all-star candidate right now?
He's just a special kid. You know, I had him at a time when I'm not sure a lot of people believed in him. And I'd say there was a lot of questions on Tobias when we had him. Could he make it? Was he athletic enough? What was his position? Is he a 3? Is he a 4? And to Tobias's credit, he just worked. And I believed he would make it someday and thrive in this league because of his work ethic. And Oladipo was a very similar player. Both guys extremely great workers. So he's just worked himself into this. I think a lot of people didn't see him shooting the ball like this someday. And he just worked. He's just a great example for all young people, not just in you know, the NBA and college and high school. If you put the work in, you can grow your game and change people's perception of you. And he's just become a complete player. He can get to the rim, he can score, he can shoot the 3. He's a more sound defensive player than he's ever been. So I'm proud of him. One of my favorite players in the NBA.
Did Biz start again tonight at center?
His will start.
Then why did you start? And what do you feel like he gives you guys that position?
Well, he gives us that edge that I talked about earlier. We got to have an edge with this team. We got to, you know, he anchors our defense on the interior. When guys drive and they're down there, people think twice if Biz is down there. So just a presence on the interior, someone that can rebound the ball, and he's putting pressure on the rim offensively. When he rolls to the rim, somebody's got to be there. If they want to put 2 guys on Kemba, hopefully the roll is open.
Coach, how would you characterize the team's philosophy?
It's a good question. We'll be here for a while, but it's a big question. I think at our core, we want to be an unselfish group. When you watch us tonight, more than anything, I want people to look at us and go, man, that team's unselfish. On the defensive end, on the offensive end, they move the ball, they play for each other. It's not a selfish group. They cover for each other defensively. I think in a general sense, that's what we're looking to build here. And I've been a part of a program that's done that. You know, it just takes time. Obviously, some of those principles I learned in San Antonio we're trying to bring here. You know, that we're tough, we're physical, we're disruptive, but we play together and we play for one another.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Zeller's still obviously several weeks away.
Yes.